Good afternoon, Year 10. Okay, so you should have submitted your Persuasive How response to the Assignments tab on Teams. And now we're moving on to a skill called synthesis. Now, basically, what synthesis means is the ability to write about two or more texts without comparison. So, being able to look at more than one source at one time. You do not need to compare these sources, but you do, however, need to be able to show your understanding of both of them in one response. So we're going to look at two university documents and we're going to synthesise what they tell us about university. One is about Cardiff University and another is the one you've already seen on Oxford University. So let's have a quick look at those. Okay, so on the left-hand side, we've got the slide 56 Cardiff document, and on the right, slide 55 Oxford document. Now, I've put them up together just because that's how they may appear in the exam to you, one on one page, one on another page. So, it is worthwhile mentioning the tone of these extracts. So, you've got, if I just draw your attention to here, 96% of our graduates were employed or studying within 6 months of graduating. It's a very positive outlook on attending university. So I might comment, Text A has a very positive outlook on attending university. It tells us that 96% of their graduates were employed or studying within 6 months, implying that going to university gives you great chances of securing a good job at the end of it. Something simple like that. It's just about going through each text and showing your understanding of them. Okay, so you're going to do it on text A and then text B. So let's have a quick look back on the slide view. So this is how we want you to respond to them. Now, it's worth noting that sometimes in the exam, the question won't state the skill synthesize. It's more implicitly desired. So unless it says compare, then, and it's about more than one text, it is likely to be a synthesized question. Okay, so if they want you to look at more than one text, but it doesn't state the word compare, then it will be a synthesize. So this one in particular says, look at the two university documents and synthesize what they tell us about university. It's worth 8 marks, which when you're writing about two texts, you can divide and means you've got to write 4 paragraphs on the one, 4 paragraphs on the other, and then we add an overall at the end. So we've got text A tells us the universities are, what it states, so a little bit of evidence, and what that suggests. So essentially it's a very similar structure to the explain structure, but about more than one text. Okay, as you see I've put down in the corner there, it is useful to comment on the tone of the text, whether it's positive or negative. Once you've done all text A, you'll move on to do the same process for text B, and then at the end you'll just tell me overall the text tell us that universities are a positive experience, something that other people should embark on. Okay, so you'll just come up with an overall, your overall understanding of both of those texts. Now in this instance, they are given similar messages. However, if they weren't, you could tell us overall the texts tell us very different things about universities. They have quite conflicting opinions. Okay, so it is more an understanding rather than a comparison. We're just looking for you to write the response to those two texts and send them through to your teachers. Now, it's really important if you're stuck on this question that you email your English teachers. Synthesize sometimes trips pupils up because of the complexity of the word, but the skill is quite very similar to an explain, but again, about more than one text. Okay, once you've done this one, guys, we've got one more lesson based on the Game of Life scheme of work, and then we'll be moving on to a little bit of speech writing.